new missile that I just equipped that I told you about, this is what I meant by the changes. It kind of, when you first get it, it kind of messes you up on flying because it puts you into a different perspective. But basically when you press R1 and you spot a tank, you can see it, but you also have to lock on. So basically you have to start aiming on him from a distance. Otherwise, you will probably fly right past him and not be able to get the rocket off. Because if you lock on and then let go, your missile will just fly out of whack and it will act like you never even tried to shoot at him. Now once you upgraded passive radar, is kind of like Keyseeker. Once you upgraded everything, you can get active radar. Active radar, hold on, wait. Before I talk about the next and final thing, well, what basically the thing you need to know is that there are 3 different things for you to, as you can see, countermeasure for them not to lock onto you. IR flares. These flares will just basically break the lock on for a little bit, and it's what main people use. ECM jammer. This is basically does the same thing, but this one I think is a little bit better because it deploys smoke and you can't really lock on, and it lasts for a good little chunk, but it takes longer for it to come back. Fire extinguisher. This, when you get hit, you'll be able to heal some of your health, because if you get hit hard enough like a rocket, you take critical damage. And what critical damage does, it makes it harder for you to pull up if you're falling down or turn. So a lot of times you probably might hit the ground. And for your upgrades I really don't think matters. I will go with either, most people go with belt feeder or gyro stabilizer, or maybe even stealth coating. But stealth coating doesn't really help when you got the IR flares and stuff, so it really doesn't make too much of a difference, especially if you use like the ECM jammer, because about time that gets done you can get away and build it back up. Belt feeder just makes you be able to reload your gun faster, and gyro stabilizer, an automatic system that helps stabilize the vehicle after receiving a critical hit. So like, remember when I said that when you get a critical hit you start falling down and you can't really like turn nothing? That kind of helps it to where you can pretty much survive and not, you know, get murdered. But last thing I want to show you is active radar. Active radar, you could fire freely, and basically what this does, this is the best rocket, but it's not going to kill him. So it's probably about 3 rockets to kill a normal jet. So basically with this, as you can see, you can fire freely, but if there's another jet around, well, there's a jet right here. When there's another jet around, sorry. When there's another jet around, it automatically locks on, but you have to kind of aim with it. I found the hard way that you have to kind of aim with it, aim at him with a little dotted circle for you to get some kind of lock on. I don't know why. I thought if you just shoot it, it will lock onto him automatically. No, that's not necessarily how it works. But a lot of people are starting to join this match now. That's not necessarily how it works. You just kind of shoot it, like you just gotta aim at him a little bit and then shoot it, and it will lock on. And I'll try to show you here if I can. I can't really position myself to get him, but if, give me a second, if I can, I'll show you. But he seemed like pretty good jet flyer, and I can't really aim on him. See, you have to aim him with the dotted circle, then shoot. As you can see, now it's tracking him. Now what this does, why this is so good is that, remember earlier I said when you have to lock on, the person that you're locking onto is getting a signal that he's being locked onto. Woo, that's a tight turn. That he's getting locked onto. Like, if you're in the gen, you're getting locked on, you hear like a consecutive amount of beeps that is pretty annoying, but it is helpful in the long run, because if you didn't have it, you'd get murdered. What these are, since they lock on their own and you don't have to maintain it a little bit, they don't alert others. And so because of that, it's helpful. Yeah, I'm out. Peace.